Finally, I want you to listen really closely to this next interview and tell me if you're not as surprised as I was to find out the backstory on Jackie LeDuc. She wrote The Demonic Eyes.
My book is about a young boy named Damien Winters. He has some struggles. He has mental illnesses. He gets bullied at school. His father is an alcoholic, and his mother died when he was really young. And he has two friends. One of them puts him in a band to try to turn his life around. And the other one has this mysterious secret that she's kept her whole life, and she just moved into town, and he finds out that her secret affects not just her life, but his life.
Sounds like a good mystery.
Thank you.
What did you base it on?
A lot of the ideas that I get from my stories come from my dreams.
You just go to bed at night and these things come to you?
Yes.
So have you written before?
I have one book that I finished that has not been published yet, and I'm under the works of critiquing it.
So have you written for years? Is this something you've always done?
I've been writing ever since I was 6 years old, and I started writing legitimate books at 12. This is the first time published.
So what made you finally get published?
I've always been searching to get published since I finished my first book at the age of 12. And I tried different things. I queried agents and different publishing companies until Page Publishing picked up my story.
How old are you now?
I'm 15.
You're 15 years old?
Yes.
You know, I would have never guessed that. You sound like a grown woman.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. So you're a published author at 15. That's pretty amazing.
Thank you. Page was very interested in my story, and they sent me this packet on all the things that they would offer me, and I thought it was a very good deal. And I really liked what they did with the book. I really loved the cover of the story, and I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Do you write in school?
I used to write in school, but now because I'm like in 3-4 honors classes, I don't really get time to write. I write now after school, after my homework.
Are your friends buying your book?
Yes. I've had very good luck with it. I've had 2 book signings so far, and I have a few more scheduled.
Who's setting up the book signings?
I am.
Tell me how you're doing that.
The first one, I knew the manager of Barnes & Noble previously because I talked to her before the book came out. So she already had an idea that I wanted to set up a book signing. So I went there, and I kind of talked about setting it up, and she said, okay, well, we'll release your story and tell everybody that you're going to have one. So that's how that one came up. And the second one that I had, one of my friend authors, Huntley Fitzpatrick, had a signing there. And that's when we met the owners of the store, and they kind of talked to me, and I told them that I was an author. And they said, how about we set up a signing for you?
You know, I can't tell you how many adults I talk to who are reluctant to go out and do these signings, but don't you think that's a great way to go?
It is great. I mean, you get to meet so many people, and it also gets your book out there, and you get to talk about your writing and your story and just, inspire people to do the same.
Your family must be so proud.
Yes, they are.
You're so to the point. You're cracking me up. So, do you wake up in the middle of the night and start taking notes?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I have these, amazing dreams that I just immediately wake up and I have to write them down so I don't forget them.
So I take it you're going to go to college and be an English major, maybe?
Yes, I want to be a creative writer major.
Well, I think you're on your way. Do you have any advice for writers?
My advice to writers is to never give up on it. No matter how many people tell you that your idea is not good or that you're never going to be published, still do it and continue to write every single day. And don't focus so much on getting published. Be focused on making your writing better, because if you make your writing better each day, somebody will pick you up and represent you.
15 years old. This girl is 15 years old. Jackie LeDuc, writing books, setting up her own book signings. She's positive. She's focused. A great inspiration, don't you think, Rob? I mean, she's a great inspiration. If she can do it, you can definitely do it. All right, Rob Baratz on the other side of the glass, my faithful engineer, is telling me it's time to wrap up another edition of the Page Publishing Book Club. Get writing so you can come in here and keep me company. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? It gets very lonely in here. It's just me and Rob. Get writing. The holidays are right around the corner. All right? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Oh, you might want to get some shopping done, too. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then now's the time to call Page Publishing at 800-204-6099 and do it immediately. You see, they're looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review most of the books submitted to them. And they'll even give you their feedback. And if they like what they read, Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, and other outlets. They'll handle everything. Copyright protection, printing, cover art, publicity, and editing. So if you've written a novel, a children's book, a cookbook, inspirational work, a book of poetry, or biography, and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-204-6099 now for your free author submission kit. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. For your free author submission kit, call Page Publishing at 800-204